Welcome to the final Japan vlog. I'm so excited to share this video with you. I think it's probably one of my favorites. We're going to be going to one of my favorite stationery stores in Tokyo, which is called iToya, and it's in Ginza, and I will be very fiscally irresponsible. We're going to go and check out the Gundam Base, which are these awesome like miniature figurine type things that you assemble and you paint, and you know they're all really cool. So I'm going to get some of those, and we're going to go get a sick Wagyu burger that was like 10 out of 10. Take me back just for that burger, please, and some coffee, and it's gonna be great. And we're gonna visit the Art Aquarium in Ginza, which honestly was like kind of unnerving. I have mixed feelings about my experiences there. I saw it all over TikTok. Looked beautiful, looks beautiful, but I haven't been to an aquarium in a really, really long time, and I think that the entire experience, I don't know if I would recommend it. Like, it's beautiful, I would recommend it from the visuals, but honestly, like, I spent half the time just walking around being like, oh, what about the fish? Like, oh my gosh, like, are the fish happy in these bowls? Anyway, I feel very conflicted about it. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this burger was so good. We got to the shop as it opened because there's only 4 seats inside and it opens at 11. So we were there at 10:45 to get our burger, and it did not disappoint. This was the day we left Tokyo and flew back to Melbourne, and it was the perfect way to end the trip, and I cannot recommend it anymore. I'm pretty sure there's more than one location. This is the only one I've been to though. So I wanted to start today's sketchbooking off with a bit of a recap of the aquarium that we're going to visit. I've been really into drawing fish lately, and I have been really enjoying experimenting with medium, so I wanted to break out some paints. Gouache I'm like moderately comfortable with. It's dependent on the day and the time, the phase of the moon, I think, but I had a lot of fun doing these. I'm really pushing myself to go for like a looser, less precious sort of style that's quite oppositional to my digital illustrative style. And so this was a lot of fun. So I find painting really daunting, but to make it less daunting, I've been reminding myself of the same principles I use in digital illustration and trying to apply that to traditional media. Just remembering that I can't go back and undo things like I would digitally, but layering things up and focusing on my shapes and using the blend tool, or like I'm saying the blend tool like I'm on an iPad, but I'm not, like blending my paints with a paintbrush. Trying to think of it the same way I would think of a digital artwork is really helping me feel less intimidated by the medium. Also, one thing I really did enjoy about the art aquarium was the art exhibit at the end. It was only small, but they had silly art, or silly is not the right word, they had very playful, irreverent art in quite serious mediums. So like these heavily detailed wood block prints of these fish getting angry at each other, and I think the characterization of the fish and the way that was brought to life was really wonderful. And again, this trip has inspired me to take my own work a little bit less seriously and to have a bit more fun with it. I don't know, I get worried about how that's going to impact my existing like client base and audience online, because as I said in my first art school video, I've become really known and sort of attached to like a specific style, but I think if the choice is between burning out entirely and not wanting to make art anymore or engaging in a different style, I don't really have much of a choice, frankly, but to just evolve and to just hope that my audience and my client list and my projects evolve alongside it. So it's definitely scary, and it involves a bit of trust in myself and I suppose in the universe. But I'm looking forward to it. This trip has made me look forward to that change more than I ever had before.
Don't keep this up on the desk.
Yes. It suits the aesthetic, yes. I want a calendar for my desk. So my next video, I'm going to test all of the art supplies that I bought in Japan, and we're going to go through and rank them all and rate them all, how easy they are to use. I got a fair bit, so it's going to be a chunky video, I think. But I've been really enjoying this sort of mixed media type of work with pencil and oil pastel. As you might know, if you watch part 2 of the Japan series, oil pastel is not my friend. And so I'm really determined to not shy away from it. I'm going to lean into it. I was more happy with how the oil pastels worked on this fish. And so I think right now pairing it with other media until I'm confident with it on its own is probably my best bet. But we are going to test oil pastels that I bought in Japan, and maybe they'll be better. Maybe I've just been using terrible quality oil pastels, and that's the whole entire issue. I'm always torn on the whole, like, beginners should get cheap art supplies versus get good art supplies, because there is a difference in how good art supplies work, and sometimes it is easier to just work with better stuff. And so I'm curious if this will make the process of working with oil pastel easier, although I did really enjoy the pastels in this little fish spread. So yeah, that's it. I will see you in the next video.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the machine.